a recent Gallup poll, the average American works almost 47 hours a week, believe it or not. That's a lot of time at the office. Yet, our Be Happy Today poll found just 1% said that work brings them the most happiness in their lives. But could you actually learn to be happier at work, no matter what you do? Apparently, it's easier than you think, and it all has to do with the numbers 5, 3, and 1. Does this stressed out staff scene remind you of your work day?
Carter, how stressed out would you say you are at work?
Be honest.
Oh, very stressed.
10 being very stressed, 1 being, I give myself an 8.
Really?
An 8.
So, this is our staff at the Today Show.
How do you cope with the stress besides drinking?
I just go to the corner and cry. Yeah, just like keel over and cry.
Well, we want to try and change that for everyone. But is it possible to turn those frowns upside down? Could we learn to be less stressed and happier at work? Science says yes. That's right. We said science.
I would say that anyone can learn to be happier at work.
This is Dr. Richard Davidson. He is what's called a positive psychologist at the University of Wisconsin's Center for Investigating Healthy Minds. He has dedicated his career to making people happier.
There's now overwhelming evidence to indicate that happier people are actually healthier.
Dr. Davidson insists you can retrain your brain to be happier, even at work. Even this motley crew we call the Today Staff. We called you here to announce bonuses. Raise your hand if you ever get stressed at work. Show of hands. It was time to introduce Dr. Shyla Mirgane, also from the Center for Investigating Healthy Minds.
Today I'm going to be teaching you some simple practices that you can use to really cultivate your well-being.
It's going to be a tough challenge because our well-being is under attack. The average adult spends approximately 47% of their waking day not paying attention to what they're doing. And it gets worse. The average office worker gets interrupted every 3 minutes. And after that interruption, it takes us on average 23 minutes to get back on track. But as it turns out, there are 3 numbers that could change your life and make you happier. 5, 3, and 1. First, 5 minutes of meditation.
When your mind wanders, just bring it back to the breath.
Learning to meditate can turn off the noise and allow our brains to recover. And there is science to back it up.
In as little as 30 days, 20 minutes of this kind of practice actually strengthened and built more gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, which is the area of the brain associated with attention, emotion regulation, and executive functioning or decision making.
Next, number 3. Write down 3 good things that happen to you every day. Our brains tend to focus on the negative, but if you make the effort to focus on the positive, you begin to see more positive.
The research here, right, just in a week, people reported being 2% happier after 4 weeks of doing the 3 good things a day. People were 5% happier, and after 6 months, 9% happier. Something that just takes you, what, less than a minute?
And finally, 1. Extend 1 act of kindness. Research shows the happiest workers are those that build personal connections to their colleagues.
The reality is that when we feel generous towards other people, we actually experience greater well-being and happiness.
So, in just a few days, did we experience greater well-being? Were we happier?
Writing down all the good things that happen in life has let me focus on the positive and not the negative so much.
Last week was pretty stressful, but I would say today I'm at a 4 or 5.
It's been almost a week and I haven't cried yet.